Welcome back, Commanders, and today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the brand new mechanics of the all-new tactics. Now, this can be found in a very new building. You can actually collect it by building in here. It should pop up if you haven't already done so, and you can build the military academy. Now, I do want to apologize, guys, for no video last week. I was extremely ill and I just couldn't make the video. My throat was in bits and I couldn't even barely talk. So thank you so much for the patience on me getting back to making these videos for you, but hopefully we could try and help you out now. So moving on, we're going to talk about the building, how you get the cards, the different cards that are available, and kind of just how good these things are. And honestly, spoiler warning, guys, I think it's going to completely change the way this game is played now, because it is very scary with the unpredictable of not knowing what is coming. So let's start off with the actual tactics themselves. The way it works, guys, is you need to click onto tactics, and over here you have an amount of them. Now, if you click on this bit here, it shows you how to get them. So you can get some from the daily missions. So over here, as you can see, every day if you complete your daily missions, you'll get one simulation coupon. Alternatively, another way to get them would be in the VIP store. I haven't brought them yet, just so I can show you guys. But down here, for 2.4 million oil, you can get 5 of them a week. Now, honestly, I think it's going to be definitely worth you trying to buy them. So let me just quickly buy them all here. Boom. So I've now bought them all. And let's head back over to here. So I'm on 9 currently. I don't quite have enough for the opening 10 at once, but we're not going to open all 10 at once anyway. I'm going to go through and kind of see what you get. It's kind of like Pokemon back in the day with the cards and being able to always try and get, you know, the best card available. So the Tactical Warfare gift, there is also a gift here, which is, I believe it's 499. Yes, and you get 2 of them. So again, I don't think that would be worth it, but it's up to you if you want to spend the extra money. So we're going to start off with probably what everyone wants to see, opening the cards. So it's kind of like pack opening time. Very similar to how you get your sort of units. This is going to be the same thing. So let's quickly open them and see what we get. So as you can see here, the grey smoke means it was just a common. And right here, I've already got this one. I opened up one. It was a free opening and I got one of these with it. So whenever you get a duplicated card, what happens is you get a piece towards it. And once you get a certain amount of pieces, you can then upgrade the card once you have it. So as you can see here, I've got pieces towards other cards. Now let's open up another one. The jet stream at the back is the color I'm on about. So you see there was a gray jet stream at the back. The smoke at the back of the jet was gray. That means it's just a common. And again, let's go through. Gray, which means it's a common. Again, we're just going to be getting common draws here, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll see one that will be more than a common. So as you see here, we got a brand new card. This card grants the shield of your own selected ground force troop for 2 minutes. And it gives a shield coefficient of 4,200. That's a lot, considering the highest shield coefficient we have right now is 2,000. They are very strong. Oh, and we actually got 2 cards out of this one. We also got increases the firepower of your own selected ground force troop by 22.5% for 5 minutes. Again, they don't last a long time, but they are very powerful. So as you see here, we got 2 new cards and we got some other resources. Let's open up another pack here. A purple. So you see how it was purple? That means we got a legendary kind of card. So this one places a drone on the map grid within 8 grid ranges of your base. The drone will attack all enemy air force troops within a 5 grid range, dealing damage equal to 1% of the target's HP for 2 minutes. And as you can see here, so we got the purple one and we got some extra spare stuff. So let's keep opening it up, see what else we get here. We're going to quickly go through and see if we get any really cool ones. I've yet to see, or none of my members yet have managed to, unfortunately, get a legendary, I don't think. But as you can see here, and this one, we got it again, and it's been converted into 10 more pieces. Come on, give us something good. So this is the thing about these trading packs is, 1, it's completely out of your control, but 2, it's always wanting to get that one thing that's better. So I've opened up all 9 of them that we had. So now to view what I have, I go over to my tactics manual. Now, as you can see here, these are all the ones that I've got. And, oh, wait, I can upgrade it already. So let's go to upgrade tactics. let's see how... I'm wondering how we can upgrade. So, like, this one here, I can't... Oh, so you only need 10 pieces to upgrade to the next level. So that's kind of cool. So what about over here? You need 10 pieces. Right, okay. So if you get a duplicated card, it looks like you can basically go to the next level. So we're going to upgrade here. I believe it's free. It doesn't say that there's anything not... Yeah, it's completely... You don't use anything to upgrade. So we've upgraded this one to level 2, which increases the coefficient. And we can actually upgrade again because I don't know if you've noticed, we ended up getting 2. So that's really good. So now we've upgraded this card to level 3. So now, restores the HP of your own ground force selected every 8 seconds for 1 minute. Healing coefficient of 650. Now, if we go into, for example, Spanner, because I know obviously Spanner heals, right? So Spanner heals 1,500 every 8 seconds. So with the fact that this card is only 650, it's really not a lot. If you genuinely think about it, guys, it's not going to be a crazy amount. You're not going to be healing an absolute amazing amount of HP. But, for example, let's take a look here. Once we get to the max, which is at level 4 is the max. So level 4 is only 750. So considering I've seen some of the damages, we'll go through all the cards in a minute. But considering what I've seen, some of the, the power of some of these cards, I think it's actually kind of crazy how very underwhelming this card is. But it is just a normal card, right? It's just a normal card. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to go through very quickly and just kind of look at what all the different cards are available. I'll kind of explain to you, what they do and stuff like that. So what we've got here, we're going to start off with the first one. I believe everyone gets this to start with. This is when you open up that free pack that you get when you build the actual building, the military academy building. Everyone gets this grenade. So this grenade deals damage to a ground force in a target map grid of 3 range to your own selected ground force troop. Okay, dealing coefficient 3,750. Now, this is almost double, for example, Lady Liberty. She's one of the highest ground force officers' skills. I know she's not the highest. I do believe that Steel might be higher. I'm not too sure. Steel Phoenix, that is. But again, off the top of my head, I know Lady Liberty has a 2,000 coefficient. So with the fact that this is a 3,750 coefficient, as I was saying, this is an insanely high amount of damage, okay? And then that's why I was saying, having this at only 650 and then 750 on its highest, it seems rather weak for what it is. But right now, this seems kind of crazy. So 3,750 damage, and it's basically one single damage attack that you could attack to your unit. Another card we have here that I've just unlocked is the 22.5 increase of firepower. Now, this is also going to be kind of crazy. And let's have a look at the max stats. So if you click this button here, it shows you what the max stats are. So you can click here and have a look yourself, or you can press this button and it will just tell you. So at max level 4, it increases to 36% firepower, which is kind of cool. Now, the field fortification grants a shield to your own selected ground force troop for 2 minutes, and you can get up to a total of 6,600. This is absolutely amazing. So it's the same as having 3 steel fighter. So imagine having 3 steel fighter shields on your unit all at once. I'm not too sure 100% how it works. I believe if you was to activate it, it would just sit there on your unit, and then I guess it would just stay there until that coefficient shield has gone, or the 2 minutes has run out. So if no one attacks you in 2 minutes, nothing happens. But if someone tries to attack you and you activate this shield, I think you're going to get a good shield for that timer until it's depleted. The next one was the Air Force one. As you can see here, it places a drone on a map grid within 8 grids. So I'll quickly show you now the whole grid section. So if I want to click this button here on the right hand side, you'll see that it brings up my selected. So I can change what I have selected, but for me, I only have these ones available. So because I've only got these available, these are the ones I'm going to show you. But of course, what you can do is you can actually unlock different sets. I'm going to unlock it now for you, even though I don't have any more cards. But you could have, say, set 1, that could be for maybe offense, and then you could have set 2 set to defense. And then when you're over here, you can change between the different sets that you have. So let's just say I'm on the offense and I have these selected, and now I'm retreating because people are coming after me. I can quickly click this. Now I have my defense ones ready to go. So the way it works as well, you recover 1 focus every 6 seconds, and then it requires, I'm pretty sure, I don't want to say this 100%, but if we have a look here, so far, out of all the ones I've unlocked, I mean, the best way we can really do this, let's just click on all of them quickly. So if you have a look here, don't worry, we're still going to go through them all, guys. You can see here that 100, they all cost 100, okay? So at the moment, every single one costs 100. So when you use it, it's going to use 100, which means we're going to be left with 50. So it's going to take, you know, about 3, 4, 5 minutes for these 50 to come back to then use another one. You can't just spam them. That's one thing you can be happy about. They can't just spam them. But let's just say you've used it. Once you're on 100, you've got to go back to 0. You're then going to have to be waiting a good another 5 minutes before you can get another one back. So again, you can't be spamming them. It's going to take a while. So someone like I have no money, he could most definitely get more than one of these off in an attack, probably in a defense, whatever it may be. He could probably really get more than one off. But for us smaller guys who die within under that 2-minute mark, there's a very good chance that we might not be able to activate more than one of them during an attack. So that's something you could be happy about, that you can't just spam them. Let's quickly talk about the radius thing. So for example, I'll start off with, I've selected my sort of troop here. Let's just get this out just to show you. And if I click on this, it shows you the range in which you could do this. Now, one really cool thing is, guys, you can move your unit around still. So I can move where I want that range to be, and then I simply just activate it. So, boom. Oh, wait, I did activate it. So, here, and then if I click that and press use. Okay, it takes time, and it completely fucked up. So, as you can see there, guys, it goes into the square, not necessarily into the unit that you're trying to attack. So you got to make sure that that unit's not moving, okay? Because otherwise, it could really mess you up. So there you go. I've made the mistake so that you don't have to. But as you can see here, it shows that my current focus is on 55. And every 6 seconds, I will get another focus back. And it's going to take 4 minutes till I'm full again, all at 150. So that means in about 2 minutes time, I'll be able to then use another one. So again, it's not crazy OP. There's a lot of cards that can be used, but each card is on cooldown. So once I've used this card, I'm not going to be able to use this card for another 2 hours, okay? So that's one really good thing. So if we look at here, I can't show you this one, but I'll show you this one in 2 minutes when I get the chance to. But as I said, guys, I think this is really cool. It's definitely going to change the way you look at the battlefield, because normally when you say you're going to siege a base or you're going to go and attack a rally, you can see what's in the rally. You can zoom in. You can see what's in the base. You don't know what cards people have. Again, you might not even know if they're online. You might think that they're offline, but they're sat there ready to use a card on you. There's so much unknown with this, which is going to be making it much harder to attack people. But it's also going to be a lot easier to defend yourself now as well, because of the fact that you're going to be able to activate some things. So with that being said, let's jump in. Let's have a look at all the cards, and hopefully we'll be able to find something that is actually incredibly overpowered. So guys, let's quickly jump in and break down what all of them are doing. So we've already discussed about the grenade, and we discussed about the emergency med kit. So moving on to the airspace, I did say I want to quickly show you guys the sort of range thing, so I'm gonna quickly do that for you. I know we're kind of getting off topic here, but as you can see, there is a 8 grid around your map in which you can deploy this sort of drone. So the drone will reach out just outside of it, but once you place it down, it's going to be available in that area. So let's just say you've got a lot of people swarming this area with aircraft. You could quickly put it in there. Or even so, let's just say a rally is attacking you and they've got a lot of Howies over here. You could place this over here, which will deter any fighters from entering that area for 2 minutes, so you're free to bomb it, which could be really, really good. Let's look straight into the next one here. Increases the blast damage resist of your unit by 75% for 5 minutes. Now, this is at level 1, and increased to max level will be 165%. Now that is a lot of blast damage resist. I think this could be very good on, for example, a infantry unit if you are going to be attacking a base that has maybe some howitzers. This is definitely going to help against those howies and give you just so much extra protection. Moving on to the next one, we have increases the blast damage resist of your own selected troop by 150%. Okay, so this here is increased blast damage resist, and then this is just a higher upgrade version of it. So it starts off at 150, and on max level it goes to 300%. Now that is a lot of freaking protection. The next one here, we got tactical missiles. Strikes an enemy ground force unit except from a command truck. Okay, they've included command truck. That's different. In a targeted map grid with 5 grids of your own selected unit. This is similar to the grenade, but more range. Instead of 3 grids, we get 5 grids. It deals damage equal to 17.5% of the enemy's current HP. So at max level, it does 32%. So basically, you're going to deal 32% of whatever the unit is you're attacking. It's kind of cool. You know, you're basically just going to be knocking a third of the HP off of whatever unit you're attacking. Well, I don't know, because it's damage equal to 30% of its HP. So maybe you end up killing more than 30%. I don't know how that would work out. I guess we'd have to definitely see it in action. Smokescreen disarms an enemy ground force troop within 2 grids, preventing the troop from attacking. Okay, so it stops it from attacking while resetting its load time. So let's just say you use this on a Howie. Not only is the Howie not going to be able to attack for 4.2 seconds, it's then going to need another 4 seconds after that to then start attacking again. So technically, you could get your entire howitzer and its skills off before their howitzer, for example, could even start to shoot. That's kind of crazy. So max stats 6.6 seconds. So that is actually kind of crazy. It's a really good one, but you've only got it within 2 grids of your own unit. Maybe you need to use like a little L to run up to the unit and activate it, sort of thing, but it's gonna be a hard one to activate on a Howie that's maybe attacking your base. The next one here, mobile hospitals. Restores the HP of your own selected ground force troop every 8 seconds for 1 minute. So again, this is very similar to the first one, where we restored a small amount. This one restores a large amount. This one is coefficient of 1,300. So now this is around the area of how much you get from Sergeant Spanner. And on max level, we get 1,650. This is indeed over the amount that Spanner heals, only by a little bit. And I noticed that these cards, the purple cards, also go up to a level 5. The blues go up to level 4. The greens will go up to level 4. But these ones here, the purples, they will actually go all the way up to level 5. So that's kind of cool. Next one here is increases the firepower of your own selected troop by 24.3%, and at max stats 27. So this is a smaller version of the one I've already got. Now, field hospital, I believe this is going to be a medium. So we had the restored HP small, restore HP large, and now this one here is a kind of medium one. So restores the HP of your ground by 900 and then up to 1050. So again, it's more of a just what one you want to use at that particular time. Maybe you want to use it on a smaller unit. It's nice to have different stages of these different weapons. We're moving into the bigger cards now, guys. No more blues, no more greens. Now we are purples and legendaries. So let's get into it. As you can see here, cooldowns are a lot higher on these as well. 4 hours on these compared to the 2 hours on the blues and the greens. So big difference. Back to air assault. Deals damage to an enemy ground force troop in a target map area of a 3 grid from your own selected ground force troop. 7,500 coefficient. That is honestly kind of crazy if you think about it. That's a lot of freaking damage. And at max level, 9,750. In my mind, if it works the same way the original coefficient works, so the way coefficient works right now is it goes off of the firepower of your unit. So if you take a Howie, for example, and you attach this skill to a howitzer, 9,700 coefficient is, imagine Lady Liberty's skill going off basically 5 times. In my mind, I'm pretty sure this card here, and this is only a purple, can one-shot. If you use it with a howitzer, you could one-shot any unit. You could one-shot the strongest unit on the battlefield. if I'm not mistaken. But again, maybe it does work differently, and we will hopefully find that out. Hedgehog defense increases base garrison damage by 15%, and on max stats 20%. Okay, another garrison buff, not too bad, because I'm guessing you can stack this with the actual garrison buffs that already exist in the game. That's gonna be kind of cool. Extended fortification, so this is increases wall damage resist by 15%. That's nice. And I'm guessing, yep, 20% on max. So again, if you are stacking one of these with the other garrison buffs you already have, that's a lot of protection. Over here we have grants your own selected ground force troop a special shield, making the troop immune to direct damage from enemy tactics. Okay. So right here, this is only going to protect you and your troop, and it protects them for 80 seconds. So 80 seconds, again, it's a minute and 20 seconds on max, that is. It's one of those things you're going to have to know that you're going to be in and done with an attack within 80 seconds, right? I feel like this is going to be more an offense, because let's just say you're going to attack a base and you don't want someone to come out and do a special attack on your unit. You could activate this, and then you know you've got to then try and do something within that 80 seconds. Otherwise, the timer's up, and then they're going to be able to do it. So that's all the purple ones done for now. Now we're moving on to the legendary. Over here, we have got decapitation. Lovely. Applies ignition to an enemy ground force troop in a target map within 3 grids of your own troop. Deals damage every 10 seconds. Damage coefficient of 1400, but on max 1800. So you could be doing 1800 every second for 10 seconds. So you're gonna basically be doing 1800 every second for 10 seconds. That is a lot of damage. This will kill anything that gets ignited, basically. The next one here, we have got a stealth bomber. Very nice. Strikes an enemy ground force troop in a target grid within 5 grids of your own range. This right here could definitely be used on, say, a Howie that's attacking, because it's going to be within that 5 grid range. Deals damage to the troop every 3 seconds for 9 seconds. Damage coefficient 5,600. On max 7,200. That is actually crazy. The amount of damage that this is gonna cause is phenomenal. Moving on to the next one here, we've got increased damage. So this is very similar to the barrage I've got, but this is the big version. Increases the damage of your own ground force troop by 24%, and on max 30% extra firepower. That's quite a lot of extra firepower, to be fair. Again, that lasts for 5 minutes. So if you know you're about to go and attack a lot of bases, you could theoretically add this. Moving on to the next one. Slows an enemy ground force troop within a 7 grid range of your own troop by speeds of 85% for 12 seconds. On max, it is 85% for 16 seconds. Okay, so basically, if you are chasing a unit down and you want to slow it down, if it is within 7 grids of your unit, you're going to be able to slow a unit down. Wow. You're going to slow it down to 85%. That is actually a crazy high number. So yeah, you're going to be able to catch up to that unit and absolutely destroy it. Moving on to the next one, we've got Field Engineers. Recruits units for your own selected ground force troop that is not in combat. Instantly restoring its HP by 60% of its unit limit. This skill will not recruit more units than the troop barracks allowed, and cannot be used if you don't have enough military funds or reserves. So, at max, it does 80%. Wow. So, let's just say I'm attacking a base. My tanking unit dies, and they get a hit off onto my Howies, and they kill 80% of them. I now only have 5 of my Howies left. Oh, no. That's a really bad one, okay? So, I've only got 5 Howies left. I can activate this, and I get 80% of my Howies back instantly. That is crazy. If someone has this exact card, they are going to feel a lot more comfortable attacking someone, because in a 1v1 or, you know, in those base-to-base moments, if you attack first and you lose your units, not always, but most of the time, they've probably got a good chance of killing you. That means activating this card, they're thinking, well, they've lost their Howies, now's my time to go. They go to attack you, and then out comes your glistening Howies, fully healed. They're going to think you're cheating, because they're going to be like, wait a minute, I just killed these. I think that's going to be kind of crazy. I think that's actually going to be kind of crazy. This is going to completely change Warpath. As I said, everything in Warpath now, you know what to expect. You know what unit someone has. You can see it all on the field. This adds an element of surprise that no one knows what is coming. So that was recruits a large number of units. Now this recruits a small number. So we're starting on 38% and going up to 50%. So again, this is just going to be another card. You can use this one. Let's just say you've lost 50% of your units. You're not going to want to waste the large one to get the 80% back when you could just use the one that gets 50% back. So it's two of the same cards, but they do have a 4-hour cooldown, remember, guys. So don't worry if someone activates it once. They might be able to activate it again if they have both legendaries. But if they don't have both legendaries, it's going to take 4 hours to then be able to do that again. The next one here grants a shield to your ground troop. Shield coefficient of 13,000. And on max, 16,500. Wow. So this is the same as having eight coefficient shields from Steel Fighter. That is actually crazy. Imagine just walking around with all of that shield. You'd feel invincible, right? But it does only last for 2 minutes, so you got to be cautious. If you're about to go and attack bases, whack that on. You could probably get through a couple of bases before you even lose your unit. So that's kind of crazy. Decoy Flares grants a shield to all of your fighter planes for 2 minutes. Shield coefficient of 10,000. And then on max, it's 12,500. Honestly, guys, I mean, this is kind of cool. If you know you're going in and you need that extra bit of HP, you're coming up against some fighters that are a little bit too strong for you, activate this. You have a very, very, very good chance of being able to take them all out before, you know, they end up taking you out. So, again, it's kind of strong, but these are special ones down the bottom now. We're getting into the last two. These last two are special ones. So places a flag on the map grid within an 8 grid range of your base. The flag will increase the firepower of all allied control force troops within a 3 grid range by 22, and then on max level, 30%. So that is kind of crazy. So I can place this down. Let's just say I have a rally next to me and my rally's fighting. I can put a flag down, making it so that all of my friends' units in my alliance, all of them deal an extra 30% firepower. That's actually really good. It's a nice team one. And then this one here places a flag on the map grid within a 10 grid range of your base. This flag reduces the direct damage, excluding percentage errors taken by all allied ground force troops within a 3 grid range by 40% from enemy tactics. So this is kind of good. So the original one that we saw here, this here is going to be for me and my own unit only. But this one actually will protect not only mine, but also my allies' units by 50% from enemy tactics for 30 minutes. So let's just say again, I have a rally here, and it's a rally of, say, Howies, for example. I can activate it over my group of rallies. Let's just say I know that they're not going to be moving for a while. And it could just protect anyone from sending any unwanted evilness, you know? And again, I did just want to show you guys another thing as well, which was down here. I noticed this off recording. Very similar to the missions when you first started the game. But when you open up the actual simulated academy sort of packets, when you open up to 10 of them, I got another 3 of them from the actual missions here. So I got one when I opened up like 3, 5, 8, or 10, something like that. But there's loads of other ways to get them. So once you upgrade 5 of them, you get 3 more. When you own a legendary one, you get 3 more. And then when you open up 20 now, I'll get another one. So I do believe I've got a couple to open up here. Just as a final goodbye to use and finishing this video, we're going to be opening up just a couple more. Let's see if we get any more good ones. I highly doubt it. You never know. You never know. We want to see that purple smoke following, or even the gold smoke. That'd be really nice. Okay, and the final one. No, nothing crazy in this one, unfortunately. But we did manage to get a new reactive armor here. Very nice. And oh, we also got the creeping barrage. We actually got another creeping barrage, which means if I now go in here, my creeping barrage, I can upgrade it to from 22% to 27% firepower. That's still a lot of firepower, guys. 27% extra firepower, I think, is a lot of firepower. So we should be really happy with that, being able to upgrade. And now we've got a couple more selective things. So now I can take my time. I can rearrange these to say maybe a defense and an offensive group of tools. It's going to take time to memorize and learn them off by heart. But overall, guys, as I said, this is going to completely change Warpath and the way we play the game, because not only are we facing the known, we're now facing the unknown. I hope this video helped you kind of learn how it works, where to sort of use them and stuff like that. But as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's videos. If you have any further questions, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. More than happy to respond to each and every single one of you. And as always, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, everyone.